Oh, you want us to start?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Do you not have to do like the exercises, like, you know, like?
Can we settle this?
Do you not do that before your podcast?
No, I never do it, but we're going to do it now. Okay, so before we start, India, I just want to do some vocal exercises.
Yeah.
Some common ones we usually do are like the horse mouth. You know the horse mouth?
Oh, yeah. I usually
like,
do it before I swim, to be honest. So.
Oh, how do you do it?
I just go like...
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Like,
yeah. Sometimes you got to do like a double breath in, like you're crying, because it gets more oxygen in. So you got to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel warmed up, or you need a bit more?
Yeah, I feel like primed.
Primed. Yeah, cool. So triathlon. London home race.
Yeah.
Are you excited or nervous by it?
I'm really excited for it, mainly because I've got friends and family who are coming to watch, and it's really rare that I get to race like in front of them, and it's exciting that I get to, like, they see me like working hard and training and stuff, and that's the boring bit. So now they get to come and experience what it's like for me at a race. So I'm looking forward to that.
And when you're thinking about the race in the lead up, given that you're like, oh, my friends and family are going to see it, they're going to be here, do you ever allow yourself to think of the possibility that you're going to have a poor race and like, oh, what if they see me have a poor race? Or is your psyche just like, I'm going to have a good race, I want to see them, like I want to cross the finish line and win and then be there? Is that what you're picturing in a lead up?
Yeah, like I'm just picturing how great it would be to have a good race.
Yeah.
And like obviously Miami was my best race ever, and I was quite far from home. It was the middle of the night at home, so even though after the race I could FaceTime my friends and family, and that was fun, but imagining myself having that kind of performance here in London is it's pretty exciting.
Is your dog coming to the race?
My dog's coming to the race.
What's her name again?
Ziggy.
Ziggy, that's right. You've been running with Ziggy at all lately?
I have, yeah.
What's her longest run?
She had a bit of a dodgy injury this time last year. She nearly died. It's not funny.
Oh, a serious injury?
Yeah,
not just like a little knee injury?
No, she like tore a tendon, tore a couple of arteries.
I thought you meant like she had like Achilles tendinopathy from a long run or something.
She had plantar fasciitis.
Ziggy had plantar fasciitis.
No. She had like a proper gnarly injury. So she's built back up to like 45 minutes now.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Have you done much of your training with her in the lead up to this?
I've done a few runs. Yeah.
Sessions?
Not sessions, no.
Not ready for sessions yet. Yeah. So this field, you've got Lucy Charles-Barclay here, who's also a hometown girl in a way. Do you think that she's your biggest competition, or is it Singapore champion Ash Gentle? I guess especially without Taylor Napier, are they the two?
I think everyone's competition. Like I don't really. Oh,
Playing friend. Everyone's competition.
Leading into a race, I don't really single out one person as like the main competition, because like the dynamics of a race are always unexpected. You can try and plan it, but you never really know what's going to happen. So the whole field is the competition.
Yeah, and you won Miami. Well done about that, by the way.
Cheers.
And then the race at Singapore, where things didn't go right and you had the breathing issues.
Yeah.
Go and win the Challenge Championships, and then have the 8th place at San Francisco.
9th, but thanks.
9th place at San Francisco, where, funnily enough, you were with pretty much 20 seconds away from Ash Gentle, who's also the only other person to win one of these races this year. So neither of you had the best races. Where's your fitness at now? Is it closer to Miami? Is it closer to, say, where you're at in San Fran? Where are you at?
It's definitely beyond where I was at in Miami. Like, Miami was the start of the year. A lot of people were saying that they weren't really at full fitness because it was early March. Then I was ill after that race, which is why Singapore didn't go so well. And then there was the build up to San Francisco. I had some time off after San Francisco, and then the last 6 weeks, I guess, since then and now have gone really, really well. I feel the fittest I felt all year, but you can feel one way and it doesn't always translate into race performance, so we'll see.
Is there something that you've done in training that gives you confidence? Like, was there a session that you did or a week of training that you did that makes you confident you are in the best form you've been in this year?
Just the whole block of training has gone well. I haven't really had many issues. I feel really strong on the bike, which is a nice feeling. And yeah, I can't really single out any particular day or week or whatever. It's just, I'm really happy with the whole block.
I think this course, it's probably one that might come down to whoever has the fastest run wins the race. It's racing, who knows what happens, but it does feel like that kind of course. How do you feel going up against, say, Ashley Gentle and the whole field like you talked about, but particularly the great runner that Ashley Gentle is? How's your run feel, and are you prepared to go head to head on the run with anyone if you can't come off the bike with them?
Yeah, the run's going to be fast. The course is flat, which I think maybe the perception of a flat course on the bike means, like, you might think that makes it easier, but I think it makes it tougher because you've just got to keep on the power all day, and I think that's one of my strengths.
Well, Miami.
Yeah, like Miami, it was a similar kind of course, and so trying to run off a hard, consistent bike effort like that is tough. Yeah. So it's not necessarily going to be like the fastest run, I don't necessarily think, but also it could be.
We're in London. It's obviously, you're born and bred from around here.
Yeah, southern gal.
Southern gal, but not quite London. What is it that makes England so special and unique? Like, what are the best bits about England?
The best bits about England? I absolutely love where I live. I live in the countryside, so quite different to where we are now in London, and it's just beautiful. It's perhaps underrated because a lot of tourists go to the big cities and they don't appreciate how great the countryside is. So yeah, it's all great.
Favourite like English TV show?
Oh, there's so many. I really like the awkward comedies, like The Office.
Love.
Yeah, like just.
Was watching it the other day.
Yeah, that's my kind of humour, and like.
Is the American one better though?
It's similar, but the British one. I think the British one for Brits, like we just get it because it's so like real, yeah. And it's just funny. Yeah.
Inbetweeners for me.
Inbetweeners,
and like we were talking about before this, you do sort of remind me a little bit of Jay off the Inbetweeners.
Thank you.
Not so much look-wise, but just more personality-wise.
Yeah.
And then you were telling me that you do the Inbetweeners the Inbetweeners voice a lot, just with your friends on training camp. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, sure. Like, yeah, our training group. It's a small training group, but we take the mick out of each other pretty much constantly. Nobody can get away with anything.
Well, very
without
English.
us. Yeah, without us like jumping on it and mocking them, which is obviously what the Inbetweeners do. So yeah, I can't fake it. Like it just comes out. Like you can't.
Yeah,
can't
fair
force
enough.
it, mate.
Fair enough. With this series and where it sits right now, you've obviously won one race, and then you haven't had bad results, but just from the like lofty standards of winning the first race of the year,
Yeah.
it's like, suddenly it's like top tens, like it's not good enough anymore. At least that's how it looks from the outside.
Yeah.
What are your expectations for yourself, I guess, starting this week for the back end of the tour?
Yeah, I think having won a race, it can skew your expectations because you think, well, I won one, so why shouldn't I go into every race and win it? But that's just not realistic for me and the athlete I am, because I haven't been like the top and best in the world. I'm building towards that, hopefully. So I just think, yeah, I'm not happy with the other performances, like Singapore, obviously terrible.
Yeah.
San Francisco, I wasn't satisfied with. I know that I'm better than those results. And so for the second half of the year, I'm just hoping to just have results that I'm proud of and that's more of a performance thing rather than a finishing position thing. Because I know if I have a good performance, then the finishing position will be something I'm happy with.
Do you let yourself think, oh, well, there's still enough races left that if I, podium them all, I'm going to finish within the top 2, 3 at the end of year standings, almost no matter what. Do you let yourself think about that? Like, I just need to get one more win or come second or third a couple more times, and that means I'm going to get a lot of money and a lot of recognition and all those things? Or can you just not even really think about it?
I don't really think about that kind of stuff. I don't know whether it's healthy to dwell on trying to work out all the what ifs and if I do this, then this will happen. And you just gotta be in the moment. It sounds corny, but you just gotta be where you are, do what you can, and if you concentrate on that and execute well, then the end of year stuff will look after itself.
The last time we talked, we obviously did a quiz.
Oh no. Yeah.
Where I asked you 8 questions, and you did very well. You got 2 out of 8. You're currently on the dead last on the leaderboard.
Yeah. 2.
2 out of 8. Yeah. Which was, I thought, not bad, but a lot of other people disagree.
Niche questions though. I could ask you some niche questions. You get 2 out of 8.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I thought maybe we could do a little quiz where I ask you a question and then you ask me a question.
Okay.
Maybe we do 2 each, something like that.
Yeah,
And we see who gets the most right. Do you want to go first?
I'll go first. Yeah. So whoever gets the most answers right wins.
Yeah, obviously. And it doesn't have to be about triathlon.
Okay. No, fine. That's perfect. Okay. So when I was 5, I did a fun run. It's as niche as your words were, mate. No jokes. You go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I'll give you a triathlon one, and then I'll give you one non-triathlon one. Ash Gentle's won 4 PTO races.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How many second places has she had?
Oh, you just know that off the top of your head?
I think I do.
Wow. Ibiza and Milwaukee? 2. Maybe 3.
What?
Oh,
which one?
3.
2 or 3?
2.
Okay, I think you're wrong, but it's a technicality because she also came second at the Collins Cup.
No, that doesn't count.
So 2 it is then.
Doesn't
Correct.
Count. Thank you.
The T100 won't be happy with you saying that doesn't count.
Yeah, it was before T100.
Right, but so was Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, your turn now.
Okay, triathlon related. I'm not very good at thinking.
It doesn't have to be triathlon. Yours don't have to be triathlon. They can be anything.
Oh no. I don't know.
You've got to think of one.
Okay, pressure. Performance under pressure. Oh yeah. So you know the big thing over there, the round building that's now called the O2 Arena?
Yep.
Yeah?
Sure, yeah.
What was that? What was the original name of that and when was it built?
Don't even know. I didn't even know there was a building called the O2 Arena. It was called... it was built...
Yeah.
God, I'm cracking. It was built in 1843.
Close.
1620.
No, much more recent.
1920.
What was a big... I'll give you a clue. It was a big year in the grand scheme of the world.
1942.
Oh, no.
Well, Second World War. 2000.
Yes, correct.
There you go. Sydney Olympics. That's why it was such a big year for the world.
Yeah.
And what was the second part of the question?
What's it called?
What was it called?
That's a big
Something
clue.
Hall.
Oh, no.
Centenary building. Centenary.
Oh, you're getting closer.
Y2K Arena.
Getting closer. It's called the Millennium Dome. There's
Close
a little
enough.
pop culture
I didn't
for
get
you.
that though. All right, I'll do an English question for my second one.
Oh no.
When it's shock, it's an Inbetweeners question
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
On Will's first day of school, he gets teased for taking something with him.
Yeah.
What does he take with him?
His briefcase.
Right. And the second part of the question is, what do his friends call him because he has the briefcase?
Briefcase wanker. Yeah.
2 from 2.
Yeah.
Another 2 out of something on a quiz for you.
There you go.
One more for you.
Okay. We'll do another Inbetweeners one. It's like a little Inbetweeners
Okay, yep.
thing. In the Inbetweeners, what kind of car is a little yellow car?
Oh, I don't know. I know it's a little yellow car that has
Yeah.
3 only has 3 doors because one comes off when they go to the amusement park.
Yeah.
Thought
Thought Park.
Oh, it's obviously like
Just down the road, that. You can go if you want.
Really?
Yeah.
It's obviously like an iconic little English car that every English
It's an
people
Italian
know.
car.
Or a Datsun.
It's a Cinquecento. Who are you?
I've never even What kind of car do you drive?
Oh, well, hopefully soon to be a van, but
Oh yeah,
need to find one. Yeah.
You're starting van life. So you're going to
No,
sell your house?
I'm not living in it. Absolutely no way am I living in it. I
Right.
just want to transport stuff.
Okay. What do you have to transport? Like a
Well, I'm
bike?
going on training camp for like 6 weeks, so I want to put stuff in the back.
Yeah, makes sense. But you won't live on it like when you're at training camp.
Absolutely not. No, I need a proper bed.
Yeah, and I guess now you've been coming to T100 races, you got used to 5-star hotels. So now when you're on training camps, you have to have a 5-star hotel and a queen bed every night.
Yeah, that's the way now. Yeah.
One last question about this race.
Yeah.
We'll try and circle back to it. Is there anything about this race or this field that you think we as people watching it should be excited about? Like what is something we should look out for or watch for that you think could be really fun or exciting or a big part of the race?
I just think it's exciting that all the athletes in the race have different strengths and different ways that they race, and so like it's not a foregone conclusion when like if somebody gets out the water with a 1.5-minute lead over 8th place, that doesn't mean that like that's it, race done. The whole race dynamic changes throughout the whole race, and I like the fact that there's people who are going to run like 4 minutes into somebody else. Like,
Yeah.
it's good. It's interesting. Even when you're in the race, you think, oh, like you can see it all switching round.
Is that a bit of a premonition for yourself? Like, I might come out of the water 90 seconds down, but it doesn't mean my day's done. I can still win this.
Yeah, maybe.
If that ends up happening,
Yeah, that'd
heard it
be
here
crazy.
first.
Yeah.
Indy Lee, as always, great to talk to you. Thanks for walking around London with me.
Yeah, London. Sorry.